Let us start with today's lecture by solving one more problem on quarter joint. Design and draw socket and spigot joint to transmit reversible load of 80 kilonewton, and given here is select suitable material. In previous problem which we have seen, the material or the values of stresses were given to us and we just started with the problem. But here our first step, what will be our first step now here?
मटेरियल सिलेक्ट करेंगे
Selection
सर
of
डाटा बुक
material.
में.
Because we cannot proceed with our solution or finding out the various parameters like diameter, length, etc. before we don't have stress, or till we don't have stress we cannot find out these parameters, and for stress we need the material. So the first step in this problem will be selection of the material. So I have already given you the data book wherein we have seen that we will select the material from PSG page number 1.9. And we have also said that we will select any material from this range. Okay, you can select any material from this range. But now, as a designer, yes, you can select any material. But now, for uniformity in all our calculation, let me assume that we will select, not assume, let me select that this material is C50. Okay. In earlier case, I think we have selected C35. Now, let us select C50 and see what is the case. So, now as I have selected C50 as the material, now coming in this line, you can see here the yield stress in kgf per mm square is given to us as 38. So this is the value which we want. So PSG 1.9 selecting C50 as the material with a yield stress of 38 kgf per mm square. So again I will go back to the previous slide and I will write selecting. Okay, these all steps have marks. Selecting C50 as material. Okay, selecting C50 as material. Now, what I will write? Sigma YT, that is yield stress, is given to us as how much? 38 kgf. 38 kgf per mm square. But we know that, okay, one more thing. As soon as the selection is done and the value is written, we have to give the reference. Without reference, marks will not be given. So I will write PSG page number 1.9, the value I got. Okay. Now, the unit, if you can see, there is kgf per mm square. We don't work in kgf, we work in newtons. So it will be 380 multiplying, just multiplied by 10, 380 newton per mm square. Actually, we need to multiply by 9.81, but approximately multiplied by 10. So I got sigma YT as 380 newton per mm square. Now, answer from you all. Is this the stress which I proceed further with our calculation?
No, sir.
No. Then what we need to do?
Working stress find करेंगे.
Yes, we need to find out working stress, or you can also say the safe stress, or you can also say the allowable stress. So we will find out sigma y allowable. Allowable stress will be is equal to sigma yield stress divided by what?
Factor of safety.
Yes, it will be divided by factor of safety. So we will get sigma y working or sigma y safe or sigma y allowable. So now I will write sigma yt, that is 380 divided by factor of safety can be assumed anywhere between 2 to 5. So let us assume for this case factor of safety is 5. So 5. So what I will get answer? Just calculate and give me.
76.
76 Newton per mm square. So this is the answer which we got, that sigma y allowable is 76. So what I will write? Therefore, sigma T, that is tensile stress, will be equal to sigma C, will be equal to 76 Newton per mm square. Any doubts to anyone till this part?
No, sir.
Okay. So we got sigma T and sigma C. That means I got the value of tensile, I got the value of compression. Now what is remaining? What stresses are remaining now?
Shear.
Yes, the next one is shear. I will write sigma s, or I can also denote it by tau. And we have the relation that tau is equal to 0.5 times sigma t. So it will be 0.5 times 76. On solving which I will get, I think, 38, correct? Is it correct, 38?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sigma x we got, sigma t we got, sigma c we got. What is the next remaining part?
Sigma B.
Sigma b, that is the bending stress. So bending stress we have that we can write anywhere between 1.1 to 2 times sigma t. So for safety now and for uniformity of all, let us take it as 2 times sigma t. So it will be 2 into 76, which will be, I think, 152, correct?
Yes, sir.
The stresses which we are going to use in our calculation are this one: sigma t 76, sigma c 76, sigma s 38, and sigma b s 152. These stresses which we just now found out are the allowable stresses in their domains. Okay, in their domains means in tensile, shear, compressive, and bending. Let us now start for the design procedure. So the first step in the design procedure is what? Designing the, now your intervention, yes. What is the first step?
Rod.
Designing the rod. And we know that on the rod there is a tensile force acting. So I will write sigma T is equal to P by area. And if I draw the failure diagram, which also has marks in the exam, this is the rod, and we have assumed that it will be of diameter d. So I will get it here as pi by 4 d square. Now sigma t is known to me. Sigma t is how much? I think 78 or 76. How much? 76. Okay, 76 is equal to, load given to us in the question is 80 into 10 raised to 3, because it was given in kilonewtons, divided by pi by 4 d square. And now what is the unknown in this equation?
Of rod.
Yes, the unknown in this equation is diameter of rod, that is d, and how much you are getting after calculation.
36.6.
Okay, so 36.6 mm. So let me approximate it to, let us say, 45. Okay, so d will be is equal to 45 mm. Okay, this is my answer number 1, or you can say parameter number 1, which we have found. Okay, now let us consider the second element. And what will be the second element to be considered?
Spigot.
Yes, the second element to be considered is spigot. And under spigot, the first failure which we'll consider is,
Tensile.
Tensile.
yes, the tensile failure. And in tensile failure, the failure will be like this somewhat. Let me make it here. So we have seen that because of this part will be experiencing the tensile force, or in this part it will break. Where this diameter is how much? What is diameter of spigot? What we have assumed?
D2.
Yes, we have assumed it to be as D2. And what is this?
T.
Thickness of spigot, that is T. Or not thickness of spigot, thickness of pin or quarter is T. So tensile failure, if I take this area, if you see this area, what is it? So first I will write sigma T is equal to P divided by area of this shaded portion. So it will be pi by 4 d2 square. This is area of circle, minus you have to subtract this area of rectangle. So it will be d2 into t. Now in this entire thing, okay, let me one more. Okay, sigma t is known to me. Sigma t is given to us as 76. Then p is given to me as 80 into 10 raised to 3 divided by. Now if you see the denominator, there are two different unknowns. One is d2 and one is t. And we have only one this equation. So there is one equation and there are two unknowns, so it cannot be solved. So to proceed further, we have to use some empirical relation. And what is that empirical relation?
T
T is equals to 0.3 to 0.4
Yeah, very
D2.
good, very good. So the relation is T is equal to 0.3 to 0.4 times D2. So again for uniformity, let us go for 0.4 times D2. So if I substitute this T here, I will get, it will be pi by 4 D2 square minus D2, and in place of T I will get now 0.4 times D2. Okay. So now the only unknown in this equation is what? The only unknown in this equation is what?
D square. D.
ना, फिर D2 बोला, फिर D2 बोला.
Diameter of spigot.
Yes, it is diameter of spigot, that is D2. So solve it and give me the answer for D2.
52.26.
52.26. Is it what you are telling? 52.26?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 52.26. So let me now approximate D2 as, let us say, 60 mm. Okay, so this is my final D2. And now, if D2 is 60, what will be T? It will be 0.4 times 60, which is equal to how much?
24.
6 over 24, yes, 24 mm. Correct? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got the answer for D, I got answer for D2, I got answer for T. Now, we were on the failure of spigot and we have considered already tensile failure. What is the next failure to be considered in spigot?
Crushing.
Yes, very good. So it will be a crushing failure. And in crushing failure, we have also seen that this will be the area of failure. Just this one. This part will be getting pressed. This we have seen. So this is D2, or the diameter is D2, and this is T. So I will write down here. It is here. Sigma C is equal to P divided by area. What is the area of the shaded portion?
D2 into T.
Yes, it will be D2 into T, because the length or height of this triangle rectangle is nothing but a diameter, that is D2, and multiplied by thickness, that is T. Now, in this equation, sigma C is known to me as, let us say, yes, we have already found out 76. P is given to me 80 into 10 raised to 3, that is 80 kilonewton, divided by D2, we have just now found out as 60, multiplied by, we have found out T also as 24. So what we will find out now?
Sigma C induced.
Yes, that means what? I don't have to write this 76 here. I will now find, as all the things on the right hand side are known to me, I will find out what is sigma C induced. And what is that answer?
55.55.
55. Okay, yes, okay, chalega. Okay. So it is 55.55 Newton per mm square. And now what I will write, as sigma C induced is less than sigma C allowable. And what will be a statement now?
Design is safe.
Design
Design
is safe.
is safe. Yes, design is safe. Till this particular part, everything is safe. Okay, so we have considered tensile, we have considered crushing. What will be third?
Shearing.
Yes,
Shear.
it will be shearing. This was somewhat shearing diagram failure, wherein this area was getting rubbed while coming out. So this is nothing but C, and this was, I think, we have taken D2. Correct? No, this we have taken A, I think. A. And this we have taken D2. So this side also it is rubbing, and on the back side, on this surface also it will be rubbing. So there are two rubbing surface. So I will write sigma S is equal to P divided by area. Area will get 2 into A into D2. A into D2 is area of this rectangle, and one more rectangle is there on the behind face, which will be rubbing. So it will be 2 into A into D2. Now sigma S is known to me, I think 38 is equal to P. What is P? Yes, 80 kilonewton. So it is 80 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2 into A into D2, we have finalized as 60. So from here, the only unknown is what?
Distance
From end of slot to end of socket.
Yes, distance from end of the slot to end of the spigot.
17.54.
17 point.
54.
Okay, let us say 17.55 or 54. So let me approximate not more than, let us say, 20 mm.